Line to submit third and final bids to buy Manchester United has passed, and a world record bid has been submitted along with an offer from Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Our chief reporter Kaveh Solokol joins us. Kaveh, talk us through the details of Sheikh Jassim's huge bid.
Yes, Sheikh Jassim's bid is an improved bid. This is his third and final bid. It is just a shade over £5 billion, an enormous amount of money to pay for a club that loses money, world record for a sports club. And what's important as far as his bid is concerned is that he is saying, look, there's this £5 billion that is effectively going to go to the Glazers, but there's also another big pot of money which I'm putting on the table, and that is to improve the squad. So some of that money will go to Erik ten Hag. Some of that money is to improve Old Trafford, Carrington training ground, the local area around the stadium and the local community as well. So I know the Glazers are asking for £6 billion. They're not getting £6 billion from the Qataris, but what the Qataris are quite cleverly saying is you're getting the asking price, but you're not getting it all just for yourselves. You're getting £5 billion of it for yourself, but the rest of it and more, much, much more, is going to be spent on the club and the infrastructure and the local community. Wonder
what the Glazers will make of that. Of course, Sheikh Jassim's not the only person trying to buy the club from the Glazer family. So Jim Ratcliffe also putting an offer on the table. How much do we know about that? Is it for total control, partial control?
We don't know as much as we do about Sheikh Jassim's bid. What we do know is that definitely Sir Jim Ratcliffe Ineos bid did go in this evening before the 10 p.m. deadline. Now, I think his proposal is slightly more complicated. I think it won't be as appealing to a lot of Manchester United fans because it involves the Glazers still being involved at Manchester United. So I think what Sir Jim wants to do is own just over 50% of Manchester United, and the Glazer family would still own 20% of the club, and the 30% of the shares that are traded on the New York Stock Exchange, those would still be traded on the New York Stock Exchange. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe would have control, but he would still be working in partnership with the Glazers. Now, maybe the Glazers will look at that proposal and think that's the one we prefer because we'll be selling a big chunk of the shares that we own, but we'll still be involved if Manchester United are going to carry on getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and these Premier League clubs are going to be worth much more in the future.
Final thought, been a protracted process for neutrals, perhaps a little bit tedious. For Manchester United fans, of course, of some suspense and tension. Do you see some clarity coming?
I think there should be some clarity next week. We should find out who is the preferred bidder, what the Glazers are going to do. But I totally agree with you. This process has just gone on for too long. It has gone on for, 5 months now. Surely if the Glazers just wanted to sell the club, they could have done this quietly, they could have done this discreetly, behind closed doors. It's an open secret that the Qataris want to invest in a Premier League club. Manchester United are arguably the most famous club in the Premier League. Why did this need to be dragged out for so long? The answer to that, a lot of people involved in the process will tell you, is because the Glazers want to make as much money as possible from selling Manchester United or selling a stake in Manchester United.